Hi, I'm Alex, and yeah, I just recently watched the latest series of caught up on the latest series of Doctor Who. Series 9, I'm thinking. Uh, yeah, 10. Blimey. Yeah, series 10 of Doctor Who. I'd watched the first episode pilot, and it was basically a pilot for the revamped series of Doctor. Yeah, and it was good. It was good. It was a good episode, but it kind of bored me because it was standard shit. Doctor Who being 45 minutes long means that anytime it decides to start things again, you know what's going to happen. Because it's like, oh yes, this is the thing, and the part, the thing, yes, thing, you've seen thing happening, thing, yes, thing, good, you got thing, good, got thing, done, plot done. You know, it's just, okay, we've got the Doctor, this is what he does, this is the TARDIS, this is what that does. This is the monster. The monster does a thing, and then you have the plot, and then you have the character, the companion. Look, companion, character arc. Yes. Ooh, arciness, and wrap up. You know, it's standard and predictable, and I just didn't give a crap. Didn't give a crap, and so. I've actually been watching sort of Blake Seven and Robin Hood and Teachers and all this other kind of stuff because I don't care about Doctor Who. But I decided to give it a try to catch up, I suppose, on a month's worth of missed episodes of Doctor Who, and they were all fucking good. All of them. I mean, Pilot wasn't a bad episode of Doctor Who, it was just necessarily a kind of repetitive episode of Doctor Who. But yeah. Smile, Thin Ice, Knock Knock, and Oxygen were all good episodes. Solid episodes of Doctor Who. Series 10 isn't particularly groundbreaking or earth-shattering. I think modern Doctor Who dearly needs a series revamp of just like give it more fucking time, right? The reliance on the 45-minute episode structure means that basically you've got to have 15 minutes for beginning, middle, and end. Less than that if you're going to introduce characters, if you're going to have a long-running plot arc, right? And it's not helped by the fact that, there are kind of two parters in Doctor Who, even with this sort of the sort of revived New Who format. But basically, Stephen Moffat doesn't do two-parters. What he does is one part that's one episode and another part that's entirely different. He takes the beginning of one episode and the end of another episode. He just kind of botches them together like a sort of, hackney cars. Just like, yeah, what you've got there is the front end of a limousine and the back end of a Porsche, and it just doesn't quite fit, right? So yeah, Doctor Who is flawed in many ways with that regards, but Stephen Moffat is going soon, and so is Peter Capaldi, and I'm slightly worried that means that we are going to see a repeat of history as Doctor Who gives up and is cancelled again. but it will come back, and if it does get cancelled, then maybe it means Doctor Who will become for adults again, and we'll actually get to see stuff explored that's interesting. Although certainly, like, there are things here that are. There have been things in the last series, Series 10, that have been a heck of a lot more interesting than beforehand, you know. Smile, essentially, like, the way Smile works is it's, you know, you have to smile because it is about your emotions being presented, but I could easily see a version of Smile whereby there are basically like Facebook style nanobots that go around just obliterating and, you know, killing people whose comments happen to attract negative comments or dislikes or whatever, you know. You've got an angry react, you shall die. I mean, I'd be dead within a week. And obviously Thin Ice is kind of all just like there's just this marvelous sort of line where this guy who's actually a really good actor who I know, I've seen his comedy stuff and he's really quite a cool guy, but he's got this fantastic line which is, that was an excellent speech, a truly great compelling speech, enough to move anyone with a single ounce of compassion in their body. So it's really not your day, is it? Like, that's kind of the level of, you know, capitalistic, don't give a fuck, you die now. That's kind of ranted against, and, you know, racism is ranted against there. And then you see that as well in Oxygen. Like, Oxygen, the entire plot is basically capitalists are scumbags, and it's sort of, the day is saved by the fact that basically the Doctor says, hey, we're gonna blow your shit up, and it's gonna be really fucking expensive unless you keep us alive. Essentially, what that episode of Doctor Who says is, yes, threaten corporations with terrorism to get better terms of conditions. I mean, granted, this was a level of capitalism so bad to where they're literally killing their staff. Like, you know, the Conservatives are bad. The Republicans are bad. They aren't quite at the, we're gonna make it perfectly legal for corporations to just outright kill you when they feel like it yet. You know? We aren't at that level yet. Right? But it's certainly an interesting and chilling sort of depiction of the future, and it's interesting that it's the way that Doctor Who is speaking out about things, and also the fact that, you know, Knock Knock is kind of more standard Doctor Who fare of like, ooh, creepiness, right? But there is nonetheless a moment that continues in this vein of like, isn't capitalism horrible? Where it's just like, you know, the Doctor notices that his companion, who is a university student, has managed to get some half decent university digs, and he basically realizes, oh, okay, then this is a murder house. What's this? A student with half decent accommodation? Clearly, something evil must be afoot. And there is, you know, it's a great episode of Doctor Who, but yeah, it's kind of standard Doctor Who, to be honest, and I am more interested, to be honest, in watching Blake Seven and Robin Hood now, because Well, Blake 7 is a very different era of storytelling. And, and Robin Hood is, well, Robin Hood is very sort of 2005, 2006 Doctor Who, to be honest. But it's also it's also kind of a bit Game of Thronesy in the sense that it's a period piece with a long running arc to it. It's not as episodic as Doctor Who. There is more continuity there. And yeah, but that said, I have spent the last 2 years going through shite. Going through complete and utter fucking shite. And I am still in the shite. I am still very, very much in the shite. I mean, you know, from a certain definition, arguably, well, now there is a way I can survive. But it's kind of a tenuous, unstable, rickety, hey, make it from thing to thing, kick the can down the road kind of survival. But basically, the last 2 years, Doctor Who really hasn't been a thing, right? Because, you know, we had series we had series 9, and then we had the sort of the year of the sort of the Christmas special, and now we've got series 10 again. It's like, okay, this is good. This is good, and it's, you know, I've kind of felt like I've lost my faith in a way. Now I did this whole great binge into politics, and I'm still, you know, going to be reading up about politics because, damn it, it's a drug I cannot stop consuming, and you will be getting a review of the Communist Manifesto soon. But spoilers, I'm 7 pages in, and I have already written 1 essay about how much the Communist Manifesto sucks. Not because necessarily it's saying anything that I disagree with, but because the way that it is saying it is just like, God, I want to punch you in the face! And I suppose actually that is kind of what Marx is trying to suggest we do. But I'll do this sort of thing on the Communist Manifesto later. I've also got oh yeah, Slavoj Zizek. His living in the end times. I've got that to read, and I need to quickly Google a thing because I don't want to say the wrong thing just because it sounds foreign. So yes, Yanis Varoufakis's Adults in the Room. Yeah, got that. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I've also got a book by somebody on like the coalition. I've also got another book called It Can't Happen Here. Sort of supposing what would happen if the fascists were to take over in like America or whatever. So yeah, lots of light, fluffy reading. So yeah, I'm still sort of discussing politics, but it's not really got the same. I've not got the fire in me that I had before, because to a certain extent, come June the 8th, either everything is going to be fine, or everything is going to be so bad that you pretty much take a step back and wait for the guillotines to come out, right? Although this is England. we don't do that sort of thing. You know, at most, you'll get a riot, you'll get a big protest, it'll end badly, people will die, the police will cover it up, the media will say everyone was bastards, and then a couple of decades later, everyone will just quietly agree it was a cock-up, and we'll move on. So yeah, not really gonna be much point in me giving a shit about politics, so I've kind of been losing my way a bit. But watching Doctor Who again and realizing that, you know, Doctor Who actually still is fucking good. Because I kind of convinced myself that it was just shite. And I think mainly the reason I did that was because I was just like, no, God, not another fucking white man in the role of Doctor Who, right? So please, seriously, do not hire Chris Marshall for the fucking role of Doctor Who. Like, maybe do it for like a minute, then kill him off, then have someone better in the part. But watching Doctor Who again, seeing Doctor Who being good, oh, it's like I've got my religion back. Right? It's just like, you know, hearing that tune again. Oh, yes. So anyway, I'm, still here. Still alive. Yay. I mean, I guess. Yay. I ain't dead. Probably gonna go for a walk now, to be honest. Goodbye. Yeah. Review of the Communist Manifesto coming soon, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I've got no plans. I just sort of do stuff as and when I feel like it, as and when my energy comes to it. And if you've got a problem with that, I don't give a shit. Right? This is what happens when you are at the fucking end of your tether, dangling from the fucking raggedy edge. You just stop caring. you just stop fucking caring. Because fuck it. I am about as far as I can go. Right? And I don't care. Right? I really don't. But I'm happy. I am. I don't know why I'm happy, to be honest. But I am. So yeah. I suppose happiness is all that really fucking matters. Also, one thing before I go. Gingers are awesome. I just want to say that. Gingers are awesome and they are superior. Gingers fucking rule. All you pasty-faced brunettes can fuck off. Gingers are the best, and I say that as a pasty-faced brunette. We should just fuck off because the gingers are bloody awesome. Yeah. Gingers rule. Goodbye. Thank you for watching my main channel. Please remember to leave a like, favourite and comment. Shout out to the dislike club. Subscribe if you like what you saw and share if you know someone who might be interested in the contents of this video. If you would like to help ensure more videos get made, there are a few options available to you. You can whitelist this channel in your adblock software to ensure what ad revenue you provide has a chance of making its way to me. If you sign up to make a regular monthly donation through my Patreon, then you will get to watch a selection of videos available exclusively to my Patreon supporters over at my Patreon page. One-off donations are payable through PayPal, or if that doesn't suit your sensibilities, you can gift items through Steam or Amazon via my public wish lists. Obviously, I don't expect anything, and the vast majority of my videos will remain free and ad-supported. All that remains is to say Trump should be impeached, the genocidal must be stopped, and institute universal basic income now.